Hello everyone, in this video, this is the problem that we will try and solve. The 40 kilogram boy shown below slides down the smooth water slide. If he starts from rest at A, determine his speed in meters per second when he reaches B. And we are given with this figure. We have a slide in the shape of a parabola. We have the height 7.5 and distance of 10. We have points A and B. Yeah. Solution. Now, for this problem, they have an object moving through a curve, which is the slide, and we are asked for the speed for at point B. We can use the equations of motion under the components of normal and tangential. But we can also use the principle of work and energy. We have the kinetic energy at A plus the work done from A to B is equal to the kinetic energy at point B. Okay, the principle of work and energy. We know that the equation of the kinetic energy is 1/2 mass times V squared. While for the work, we have to determine what are the forces that are performing work when the boy moves from point A to point B. Okay. If we try and create the free body diagram which shows the forces at point A, we only have the weight and the normal force. There are no other forces acting on the boy, only the weight and the normal force, since the boy will slide on a smooth water slide. Smooth meaning there will be no friction. So if this is the only forces acting on the boy at point A, then these are the only forces that will bring the boy from point A to point B. So these are the only possible forces that can create work. Now we know that normal force will not create work because it is always perpendicular to the traveled distance. So normal force will not create work. So only the weight. And we know that the work of the weight is equal to the negative weight times the height. Yeah. So applying that here in our equation, we have the kinetic energy at point A. We have the mass is 40 kilograms times the velocity at A. At A, it starts at rest. So the velocity at A is 0 squared. Plus, since only the weight performs work, then we will try and put it here. Negative weight times y is equal to 1/2. The mass is 40 kilograms times the velocity at point B squared. Okay? So this now cancels out to be 0. So we only have this one. The weight is mass times gravity, so that becomes negative. The mass is 40 kilograms times the weight is, the gravity, which is negative 9.81. When using this equation, where we have the negative work for the weight, we also use a negative value for the gravity since it is directed towards the ground. And then we have the y. Now what is the y? The y is the perpendicular distance or the change in elevation of the weight. So if we look at it here from point A to point B, the change in elevation is 7.5, which is already given in the problem. So we have 7.5 equals 1/2 40 kilogram velocity at B squared. So we can cancel out 40 kilograms, which will give us VB squared is equal to this is now 2 times 9.81 times 7.5. Okay, the negative turns out to be positive. We transpose the 2 to the other side, so that becomes a multiply. Then we square root both sides. So we have VB is equal to square root of 2 times 9.81 times 7.5. 7.5. So we have our answer is 12.13 meters per second. So this is the velocity of the boy when he reaches B. Okay.